Hello, this is Rabbi Tuvia Bolton speaking to you from Miron, the holy city in the northern part of Israel, where there is buried the holy tzaddik Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, with a very short message to you. Before Passover, I made a 3-minute message about Moshiach and Pesach and Passover, which is very fitting because that's the holiday when Moses, who was going to be like the Moshiach, says he was the first redeemer, the Moshiach will be the last redeemer. He took the Jewish people out of their troubles and problems, and Mashiach will take the whole world out of their troubles and problems. And mainly it was in order to give the Jews commandments. And Moses gave the Jews commandments, eating matzah, etc., the night of Passover, with the merit of eating matzah as the Jews got out of Egypt. And they got out of Egypt in the merit that they were going to the Mount Sinai and received the rest of the Torah. This is the essence of mankind. This is the essence of truth. This is the essence of law and order, the essence of peace, the essence of blessing, is the Torah and the laws of the Torah as they are explained by the rabbis. The first two of the 10 commandments are, I am God that took you out of Egypt. Don't worship any other gods. In other words, it is permissible for the whole world to worship only the God who took us, the Jews, out of Egypt. There is no other God. And it explains in the fourth of the 10 commandments that this same God is the God that created the heavens and the earth. And Chassidut explains that he's creating it constantly. In other words, every human being is being created by the Creator who took us out of Egypt. He gives us life. He answers our prayers. He provides for all mankind. He's Tov U'Meitiv L'Kol. This is the God that everyone in the world must worship, and this is the God that Moses wants everyone to worship, and this is the God that Moshiach wants everyone to worship. Only this God, only the God that's creating you should be worshipped. And this God is the same God that cares so much about us that he gave us the Torah and its commandments. To the non-Jews, there are 7 Noahide commandments. That's why, for instance, in America, there's what's called the Judeo-Christian heritage. America is definitely not a Jewish country. How did Judeo get in there? Because if there's just a Christian heritage, there's nothing wrong with anything except for denying that person. That with those allegations against those priests that with molesting children, there's nothing in the Gospels against that. There's nothing in the Gospels against anything except for denying that person. Therefore, for the sake of world peace and for the sake of love, according to that book, the Gospels, 75% of the world is in hell. They don't believe in that person. And all of the rabbis are evil because they're trying to deny his interpretations of the Torah. Well, this is not peace and it's not love. It's not beneficial to anyone. The fact is that all mankind should worship only the Creator who is creating us and pray only to the Creator who answers all prayers. Atah Shomea Tefilas Kol Peh. That's the God that took us out of Egypt. That's the God that the Jewish people worship. That's the God that gave us the Torah. That's the God that said that the rabbis should interpret the Torah properly. That's the God of love. That's the God of meaning, the God of order. That's the God that tells us that we have to bring Mashiach. But we want Mashiach and we need Mashiach desperately. In our generation, the example of Mashiach is the Lubavitcher Rebbe. To read what he says, to understand what he says, is very inspiring and especially very positive. In any case, everyone should learn what Mashiach is in the last chapters of the Rambam and pray to God, demand from God that we want Mashiach now.